I have to say this, it's not one of those sharp peaks. It's sort of more of a rounded one, which does suggest to me that it's probably softer sound. Does that make sense?
Yes, a more mattressy sound as opposed to
yes, a more mattressy sound.
I think it was more mattressy.
Oh.
And it's been given not out. So the situation now, 20 runs are required.
I have to say I agree. The crowd's upset, but I think we'd all feel robbed if that had been given out.
Sorry, let me update that. It's now 19 runs to win off 24 deliveries. 1 wicket required for New Zealand. 19 runs off 24 for Australia. Stoinis, who survived a run out. Stoinis, who's now survived, almost been caught behind, but he didn't hit it, crucially for him.
What's been lost there is it was a fantastic over from Bolt under the pump, and got hit for 1-4, very good cricket shot, but really good. Every ball fantastic, and the last one was a beauty.
268 for 9. Australia 19 runs away from a famous win. New Zealand 1 wicket away themselves.
Tim Southee now at the top of his run. Can he be the man to bring us home? We're into, this is Tim Southee's last over, and then Bolt's got 1 more, is that right?
Yes.
And then it's not so.
Stoinis on strike. Here we go to Tim Southee as he miscues this one towards a deep mid wicket, and he calls no run taken. You hear the crowd boo. Now, is Hazlewood? I would love. We need the stats team on this. The longest innings without facing a ball in one-day cricket history. He's been batting for 22 minutes. He has not faced a ball. Josh Hazlewood.
How many balls has he been out there?
Well, I'll give you that fun fact a little bit later on. As Stoinis, what an innings he's played, 134. Facing up to Tim Southee as he hits this one straight down the ground, and a dive. What incredible fielding. Means no run. That looked like it was either going to be 6 or definitely 4. In the end,
Neil Broome.
It's a dot ball.
Neil Broome, take a bow. This is a magnificent, awful angle for the ball to go at. It went low on the bat, so he didn't quite get all of it, but he's hit it down there on the half volley. He's had to dive sideways and time his hands in order to stop the boundary 1 bounce 4, and he's done it and effectively stopped the run.
Incredible piece of fielding from Neil Broome at long on. Tim Southee is running in now as this next one is squirted out to the covers, and again it's going to be no run. Australia are refusing these runs as Hazlewood continues to stay at the non-striker's end. Stoinis knows he can do it in 6s.
It's the right strategy, though. All the pressure's on the bowler. There's one guy you don't want to be bowling to, and he's on strike, and he's staying there. But 21 balls remaining, 19 to win. It's only 3 or 4 lusty blows, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's hit 18 lusty blows. As this next delivery from Southee is hit it high in the air. I think it's going to be 6 over cover. It's way back into the stand. Yet another 6 from Stoinis. And that is his 10th 6 of the innings to go with his 9 4s. Australia would have to be the favourites now with 13 runs required. Can New Zealand find a way to get that 1 wicket?
Oh, well, it's just a numbers game. It's tough. You're bowling to a man who's on 140 now. My gosh, it only seems like a moment ago that he got his 100, but he's on 140 now. He's well and truly, and he's seeing it like a basketball. And you're expected to bowl into the block hole.
Here comes Southee. Next delivery to Stoinis is hit straight back down the ground for another 6. Stoinis has smashed it over long off. It was a full toss, and he straight batted it down the ground. Yes, it's a short boundary, but he cleared it with ease. And Australia are going to charge home here unless Tim Southee can find a way.
Hazlewood hasn't faced a ball.
It's a 50-run partnership where Hazlewood has not faced a ball. And if I was going to go out on a limb, I don't know if that's ever happened in one-day cricket history.
I'm not enjoying. I'm hating to see it, but Jeremy Coney is pacing in the back here, feeling every run.
Australia need just 7.
Oh goodness me!
And that's 11 6s.
7 to win now.
Oh, you wouldn't read about it.
Wow.
11 6s for Stoinis. He's a household name.
Oh, God, he's going to be after this in Australia, that's for sure. This is, well, it's been one heck of an innings,
and don't forget Hazelwood's role in this partnership.
Well, he's kept a calm head under pressure. The same couldn't be said for Mitchell Starc. But, yes, well, it's still only one wicket. You know, goodness me, come on, Tim Southee, now's your time to step up. There's 3.1 remaining. So
it's got to be a slower ball.
There's one ball. All the fields come up because they want to keep him on strike. What do you do here?
The only time he has struggled to clear the fence
do you try to moose a boundary and then let Hazelwood bring you home? What do you do? Or do you try to get a single?
Well, I think it's important that Hazelwood doesn't strike. Look, doesn't face strike. This next delivery, could this be what decides this match? As it's driven. Oh, it's run out. Is it a run out? The crowd are cheering, and I think it's a run out for New Zealand. We're going to see the replay as this was driven to the close mid-on fielder. It's Kane Williamson who is celebrating as he threw down the stumps. The closest mid-on fielder that you can imagine, fielding in line with the umpire. New Zealand are celebrating. Now is this Josh Hazelwood who would be run out?
Oh my gosh.
Now we're going to watch the replay here before pandemonium totally ensues. We're now seeing the throw from Williamson as Hazelwood's bat is going to be short by about 6 or 7 inches. And New Zealand win one of the most remarkable one-day matches in this country for some time. And I know we've seen some crazy finishes, and this is why, Dion Nash, you love one-day cricket.
Hey, I told you, didn't I? That was fantastic. You've got to feel for Stoinis. What a magnificent effort. And look at the comradeship, the black caps there. They're all shaking his hand, and they are stoked. What a relief that is for them, right? Southee, Williamson, they all know that they got out of jail, but huge respect for the young Australian to come in and play like that. And Josh Hazelwood, I mean, he must be heartbroken. He had to back up. He was doing all the right things. He was trying to get his main man on strike, but just over backed up, overcompensated, and the ball went straight to Williamson, who had to hit side on, mind you.
And remember, he missed a couple of overs ago.
But when it mattered, he got it. And wow, what a magnificent match.
And the crowd are on their feet, and I think this New Zealand crowd know that they are not just on their feet because New Zealand have won. They're on their feet because Marcus Stoinis, hit 9 fours and 11 sixes. He scored 146 of 117 deliveries. That is as good a one-day knock as you will ever see. That is hyperbole you hear all the time, but I think it's true.
Yeah, well, look, and you talk about matches that you remember. This is one we will talk about, right? And it's a fantastic game, just a magnificent match. Broome, you know, the bowling of Lockie Ferguson, but it's tip your hat to Stoinis. Marcus Stoinis, what a magnificent game he's had.
And you know what? The New Zealand team are clapping him off the field right now. The New Zealand players have formed something of a guard of honour, so have the Australian team, and they are clapping him off the field. The crowd is standing for Stoinis as well. This has been a remarkable match. But you know what? To take a step back somewhat, Chapel Hadley games are often remarkable.
Yeah, that has been a magnificent introduction into the calendar, hasn't it? And good to see it back at Eden Park as well.
And that's New Zealand's 5th consecutive win at Eden Park and 3rd consecutive win over Australia at Eden Park. We're going to cross to Brian Waddle soon, who is down on the field. We can actually see Brian right now. He's waving at us. And will Brian give us some sort of sign language? Yes, he will, as to when we will cross to him. Again, we're seeing the crowd on their feet and clapping both the New Zealand and Australian teams for this exceptional match. We haven't actually said how much New Zealand won by.
7 runs, I believe.
Well, 7 runs were required to win, 6 to ties,
and 2 overs to go. And mind you, and Southee was all used up, and Bolt only had 1 left. So,
and here we go. We're going to cross to Brian Waddle. He's got Neil Broome with him.
Yes, indeed, Neil Broome. Boy, that nearly...